Hello there, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to talk about Legion Timewalking. Yes, Legion Timewalking is happening in patch 9.1.5 of Shadowlands, and it's a doozy. There's a lot of stuff going on with this Timewalking. There's also a lot of speculation on some more exciting things potentially happening with this Timewalking. So in this video, we're going to go over everything we do know, everything we might know, and everything we don't really know. So yeah, guys, before I get into all of that, I just want to shout out my Twitch, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to check me out streaming World of Warcraft and other MMOs, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. Right, so Legion Timewalking, this is something that is so cool, and kind of the speculation for a long time was that they were going to add Mythic Plus to Legion Timewalking, and that's kind of something that people wanted, and they're actually doing it, and that is one of the main features of Legion Timewalking. There is also something else which we will talk about towards the end of the video, but the main, meat and potatoes of Legion Timewalking is Legion Mythic Plus, and we have a bunch of details which have been announced for Legion Mythic Plus. Now, unfortunately, right now, as of the recording this video, it is not on the PTR, which is a shame, but we do know pretty much everything we need to know, and enough for a video kind of going over it all. So let's start off with the Keystones. What are the Keystones called? They are called Time-Worn Keystones. You'll be acquiring these from Tassup in Oribos. So according to the patch notes, you have to speak to Tassup, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, to acquire a Time-Worn Keystone, allowing access to max level Mythic Plus dungeons for 6 Legion dungeons. So, this NPC is already there. It's by the Great Vault if you haven't missed it. So you just got to speak to them on Timewalking Week to acquire a Mythic Plus Keystone. As I said, this isn't currently on the PTR, so we don't know whether or not you're going to be picking the level of the Keystone, or you're just going to get a base level Keystone which you can kind of progress over the week, because obviously the event, when it's kind of in full swing, will only last a week as of right now. So yeah, Time-Worn Keystones are the ones you're going to be wanting to get into those Mythic Plus dungeons. Now, it did say 6 Legion dungeons, and yeah, there were a total of 14 dungeons, including the 2 Karazhans, throughout Legion's life cycle, so it looks like a lot are being missed off. So the dungeons that are included in Timewalking Mythic Plus are Blackrock Hold, Eye of Ashara, Darkheart Thicket, Vault of the Wardens, Neltharian's Lair, and Court of the Stars. So there are some pretty major players missing from that list, including Karazhan, Maw of Souls, Sea of Triumvirate, the Archway, Violet Hold, Halls of Valor, and Cathedral of the Eternal Night are not on that list. So yeah, just the 6, Blackrock Hold, Eye of Ashara, Darkheart Thicket, Vault of the Wardens, Neltharian's Lair, and Court of the Stars will be included in Timewalking Legion. So will that extend over time? Hopefully they'll kind of rotate them out. That would actually be really cool to see. I would love to see Karazhan in there at some point. That would be absolutely incredible. But yeah, as of right now, we do have just those 6 dungeons to choose from when Legion Timewalking does roll around. So let's talk about the affixes. The affixes for the Legion Timewalking Mythic Plus dungeons. Say that 3 times fast. So this is actually one of the ones that we don't really know a ton about. There was briefly mentioned in the patch notes. It said that Legion Mythic Plus dungeons accessed in this way will have their own set of affixes. So not really too much information about that, nothing specific, so a lot of this is data mining, and a lot of this is speculation as well, but it sounds pretty accurate, honestly. So this is according to a couple of articles which are kind of merged together here. We've got one from Icy Veins and Wowhead. So the internal name, or the current name for the affix, is Infernal. It probably is a placeholder name because it's not really that relevant to what goes on. So from the sounds of it, it sounds like at 33, 66, and 100%, a random Legion commander will spawn, and you need to defeat them to continue your Mythic Plus dungeon. Now, there are 3 commanders data mined as of right now with some abilities, and they actually have names as well. So the first one is Commander Boromus. He looks like this, and he summons Wrathguards and Fellhounds. So when he comes in, he's going to summon a bunch of Wrathguards and Fellhounds, and you need to defeat those. Also a bunch of other abilities, of course, but yeah, that is the model for him. The second one is Observer Ongrax. He summons some Eridar fighters and casters. He uses the model of the boss from Vault of the Wardens, I think it is, the big eye thing. So yeah, that's what Observer Ongrax looks. And the final one is Infiltrator Derexis, I think that's the name. This is one of those Dreadlord spider thingies, looks kind of cool, and they will spawn acidic and leeching spiders. So yeah, so 3 random commanders will spawn out at different intervals from the sounds of it. Again, this is partly speculation, partly data mining, so we will certainly see more details once it does hit the PTR. But as of right now, you are just going to get some commanders. It does also say affixes. It will be interesting to see what else is combined with these kind of commanders and stuff. So yeah, as I said, once that hits the PTR, we're going to have more official word on the affixes. But as of right now, we only really know about the Infernal affix, which I just described. So let's talk about the most important part, the loot. The loot for Legion Mythic Plus dungeons. Will this be worth it? Will you be actually doing this to progress your character, or is it just for funsies? Well, ladies and gents, I got some good news for you. It's good. It's really good. So it says in the patch notes, loot at the same item level as Shadowlands Mythic Plus dungeons, and it will also count towards your weekly Great Vault. However, the items will not appear in the Great Vault. So you're not going to get a random Legion item in your Great Vault. You will still get Shadowlands items. But if you do Legion Mythic Plus during Legion Timewalking week, it will count towards your Great Vault, which is just fantastic, amazing. Thank you, Blizzard. That's a great addition. The items can also be upgraded through Valor Points. So the system works identical to the items that you will currently get in Mythic Plus, which is actually really cool. It's such an interesting thought. Like, imagine if Legion Timewalking fell on Progression Week. Like, people progressing will be wearing Legion Mythic Plus items. I'll be curious to see what happens with the scaling and what happens with the different items and the trinkets and things, how they're going to work in the kind of Shadowlands ecosystem. I think it'll be interesting to see, and no doubt, once it gets to PTR, there's going to be some broken items, which Blizzard will probably fix there. So, yeah, looks pretty cool. Obviously, you're not going to get any weapons, because they didn't really exist in Legion, so you're not going to get any Legion weapons, obviously, unless they add some new ones, which I very much doubt, honestly. So, yeah, Legion Mythic Plus items will be the same item level as Shadowlands Mythic Plus items, so look forward to that. That's a cool little addition. So yeah, loot looking good in Legion Timewalking. Okay, so next up, let's talk about some of the unique rewards from Legion Timewalking. So much like all the other Timewalking weeks, there'll be a vendor. Unfortunately, this vendor is not spawned right now. It is going to be a new Dalaran, and the vendor is called Adore Me, and currently right now we know for sure that she is going to sell the Favor of the Val'sharah Hippogriff, which is a recolor of one of the hippogriffs from Legion. This is the Timewalking Legion mount. Obviously, this is a little bit disappointing because there are so many awesome unused colors for Legion mounts. Like, there are a bunch of amazing recolors which aren't currently available in the game for Legion mounts, but they went with the Hippogriff. So yeah, that is the mount that the vendor will be selling for 5,000 Timewalking badges. Now on top of that, there's actually been some really cool data mining in regards to some interesting weapon and armor models. So the vendor is also going to sell some Suramar themed shields and weapons, which actually look incredible. Super looking forward to those. Also the Argusian Reach Longbow, which is a crystally bow, which looks incredible. The Blackrook Elite armor set as well, which looks like it's going to be a really cool looking armor set. And a replica Aegis of Agrimar. Yeah, they've gone ham on this. This is actually intense. I really hope that some of the other Timewalking weeks do get this kind of love eventually. But yeah, it looks like this Timewalking vendor is going to sell some fantastic stuff. Now, we don't know for sure what the prices are of all these items and things like that, but I would imagine it's going to be Timewalking badges. So keep saving them up, ready to just go to this vendor and go ham and get all of these awesome unique transmogs, which we didn't get during Legion. So looking forward to seeing what else is in store for the Timewalking vendor. So let's finish up this section with the Legion Mythic Plus timing. So when is it going to happen? When are you going to get to jump into this? So what they've said so far is that once it runs the first time, it will be for 2 weeks. And you get to experience it for 2 weeks, have fun with it for 2 weeks, and then it will just kind of run on a 1 week schedule, similar to other Timewalking events. So you're probably not going to see it that often, unfortunately. There is quite a few Timewalking weeks at this point. I really liked it actually during the pandemic when they had Timewalking a week. Like, that was really cool. I hope they bring that back because that was so fun and so nice, like, to have new content every single week. It was kind of refreshing. So hopefully that comes back. I would love to see that, especially with the amount of Timewalking stuff we have now. But right now on the calendar, on the PTR, and obviously take this with a grain of salt, it says November 2nd. November 2nd is listed as the first Timewalking week. Does that mean the patch is launching on November 2nd? Potentially, we don't know. Like, will the patch launch before and then you get the Timewalking a couple weeks after? I don't know. As of right now on the PTR, it's not even on there, so it seems likely, honestly. It does seem like a bit of a random thing to just put it on the calendar, so maybe they just put it on there as a placeholder. That November 2nd one also does run for 2 weeks as well, which is what they mentioned about the first one. So November 2nd, pencil it in as a potential date for patch 9.1.5 and Legion Timewalking. Alright, so that is all of the Legion Mythic Plus stuff, the Legion Dungeon stuff. Now let's get into the speculation and the super fun times. Let's talk about the Mage Tower. Yep, the Mage Tower. There are quite a few things to point towards the Mage Tower returning in 9.1.5, at least during Legion Timewalking. So let's kind of briefly talk about what has been happening behind the scenes in the data mining related to the Mage Tower. Now, first and foremost, there's been some new teleports. Some new teleport spells have emerged in the data, pointing to the Mage Tower for each of the classes. Another thing, which is a huge kind of giveaway at this point, is new class armor recolors. So tier 20, the Tomb of Sargeras sets, have got a recolor for every single class. So if they were to bring it in, that would be an obvious reward that you would give to people. And some of them look absolutely amazing, by the way. They've done a really great job with some of those recolors. So that's kind of a giveaway. Also, probably maybe the biggest one, they're tuning some of the Mage Tower abilities. Now, why would they mess around with any sort of Mage Tower ability? You know, that content's gone, right? Right? Yeah, so, you know, bit obvious there. And then finally, a Jeremy Fiesel tweet. Yeah, Jeremy Fiesel replied to a Wowhead post talking about the recolors, so I think at this point we could pretty much guarantee that the Mage Tower will come back in some sort of form. Will it be Legion Timewalking? Will it just be a general thing that comes into the game in, you know, just whenever it's active? I don't really know, but I'm looking forward to it. So Mage Tower, guys, potentially coming back in 9.1.5. A lot of details kind of pointing towards that, on top of obviously the fantasticness of Legion Mythic Plus Timewalking. So yeah, guys, that was a lot. I'm so sorry. Hopefully I got all the information out there that you needed to know for Legion Mythic Plus Timewalking. As I said, we're going to get some more details very soon. So, you know, if you have any updates, guys, or any other data mining, which I might have missed, please do let me know in the comment section below. Because, as I said, this is coming out just before it's coming out on PTR, so we don't know the full details, but I think we have enough for, you know, the general stuff here. So, yeah, good stuff. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Before I go, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome, and if you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. We've got a ton more 9.1.5 content coming out real soon, so a subscription would be super appreciated. I've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members, and as I mentioned, I'm now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. We've been jumping into the 9.1.5 PTR quite a lot recently, finding out little tidbits here and there of new things, and it's really fun. They've been fun streams. We've been finding out at least something new every stream, so if you want to come check me out, poking around on the PTR, and all of that good stuff, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.